Wonderful people, let's address a very important item today, and that is your well-being overall, as we see a lot of people either way feeling depressed, suffering from overweight, suffering from not enough weight, feeling exhausted, feeling depleted, feeling out of energy, feeling disinterested, feeling completely disconnected, feeling lonely, disconnected from spouses, disconnected from family members, from friends, especially to their authentic connection that is your source and your connection with all universes. Because if we have that, we have daily information, we have flow, we have joy. Without flow and joy, massive diseases pop up in the body, because flow and joy comes through connectivity. And so we are hitting an age in where everything is changing. The old is in the complete collapse syndrome. I'm very happy about it. It's about time. So awakening further to what needs to be done in order for you to have a great and vibrant life is not that easy to understand. So reason why I will break down this video, and especially your mental health, your spiritual health, and your physical health, as you know, many do not feel good in the body due, especially, let's bring it down to the level of food intake. There's people, you know, living the same way as they did 10 years ago. That doesn't really measure up today, because it creates a lot of overreactive cells that can no longer digest the old ways of nutrition, the overload of proteins, the overload of synthetics in the food that kill the body day by day, minute by minute. So we cannot expect the outer world to bring the change in the body you so much want today. And I understand it. I've been treating people for 20 years now or longer as a psychologist and practitioner. I did dig deep in all these levels, in neurology, psychology, physical, mental health. And the problem always comes down to the same thing. That is, when the breathing system is off, when the flow of the breath gets stuck and blocked all over in the body, we get diseases. When the blood circulation flow is off, we get diseases. When the flow of being with the elements and like the earth elements, when your connection to the earth is off, we get diseases. When our passion or purpose of flourishing in life is off, the fire element, we get diseases. And the water in the body gets piled with toxins. It affects the blood circulation. The blood circulation affects the air component. The air, what we breathe, gets so in a high level of toxicity that we start to crave synthetics instead of healthy foods. And that is sort of a vicious circle we can break through if we want to move back into health. And especially for people with loads of overweight, there's many solutions that are easy to follow through. No diets, no cutting out of foods that you truly crave, but creating a healthy lifestyle that matches what your body, your DNA requires, is the way to go and easily lose weight. I've seen people in my seminars losing weight over a weekend with me, like to 5-6 pounds, which is a lot. That's merely due to the reason of the release of old mentality, old emotional content that circulates in the water and that keeps on repeating the same cravings, the same cycles, the same compulsions. And so getting our way out of it is the way or the new way of life on the planet, in which we relearn how to be in harmony and peace and balance with everything in the outer world. And that requires us in the first place to move out of the matrix, the dark age, and move into crystalline fashion. If you would like to do that in the crystalline grids that are overriding it, that is the new world upon us, through which meditation is the only medicine open for continual repair of the body back into hyper vitality, joy, passion, without any imbalance or restructuring the imbalance, with ease and grace, actually. And what most people have is that they fear that they would return back. There is no return once you start polishing your body and truly breaking through the old patterns, because proper circulation in the body is truly key to maintaining optimum health. We can say so much, okay, exercise that creates blossoms, circulation. Then again, many people that I meet in fitness clubs, etc., are really off in energy management and are moving extremely slow due to blockages in the blood circulation, the air circulation, and the water circulation in the body. So when we ensure that blood and oxygen continuously flows through the body and flows without blockages, it replenishes, it assists the digestive system to go very, very fast. Meaning when you have a meal, let's say in the morning or lunchtime, you release, excess food during the day, not next day, and some even next week. So it's easily understandable how much of the old toxins are being kept in the intestinal tract, and that depletes the energy. When the energy is depleted, we get depressive, and so that creates new circles of exhaustion, etc., etc. So breaking through that lack of energies that create also flashes of cold and heat because the body is out of balance. It creates loss of hair, it creates thin hair. The immune system gets hit massively. So today, repairing the immune system and all the 5 major circulation systems in the body, along some very, very healthy nutrients I will address in this video, will massively assist you, because boosting the circulation through walking, through exercise, through running, bicycling, that's all good. Dance is very good. It's all good. But if you still get exhausted while having that, I mean, when I go for a run, for example, I'm never exhausted. I just enjoy the run, come back, I may run 5 miles or something, not extremely much, but as long as I keep my fun in running, that is when I do it. When the fun is up, I return home, because that would create an imbalance for my body as well, because I would force my body to do something it doesn't want. So it's important to understand that rich blood opens new oxygen levels, but when the oxygen, the air that you breathe, is completely off, it cannot replenish the blood that flows through, and when the blood doesn't flow through and it It can create obesity, diabetes. It can create heart conditions affecting arteries, affecting the very smaller veins, capillaries. It gives you swelling in the body. I mean, I know people like they suffer from obesity not because they eat so much or they eat too much unhealthy food, because they don't have a circulation. The circulation is completely off, and that is really detrimental to repair. Once the circulation is repaired upon multiple levels in the body, we can repair actually everything, and that brings a lot of joy uh, if you're willing to go there. But here, this video, understanding what I'm saying through this video can help you a lot. I'll give you a lot of examples you can move through to beat the swelling, the tingling, to beat digestive problems, to beat fatigue, cramps, uh, sexual problems, relationship problems. It's all connected to feeling bad in your body. So if we go back to give you a little understanding how energy flows, the main creation of the cellular construction starts with the DNA that has actually not 2 strands but 12 strands. All these 12 strands are connected to the 12 meridians in the body. These 12 meridians are connected to meridian points in the body that actually flow, let's say, through the skin. And so uh, the circulatory system affects the skin, because when the meridian points, like an acupuncture, are, clogged up, uh, then we can reopen that when working with the meridians within the cosmos. The meridians of the earth are the most important meridians, because they replenish your health, they replenish your circulation, they replenish every energy that is off, and especially exhaustion, depression, and stress, and even fearful experiences, and will block the fear. I will go further into that, because everything is connected into everything. So with the 12 meridians, seeing them as energetic passages in the body that pass through the top layer of the skin, where energy flows. Another name for energy is simply chi or ki, or there's many words for it. But once we repair the chi flow in the body, that can be done through several ways. The best and easiest way is breathing that through in meditational support and knowledge here. So alignment, in other words, that is alignment in meditation. And I mean, even a short alignment and knowing how to do it will go all the way. And you can teach yourself that. I offer that. Teaching yourself is the best of experience you can have. But then again, so we must understand that from feeling lost, from feeling disconnected, we are opening the age of reconnecting everything, if you're willing to go there. Also, I experienced so many people not knowing how to go out of the emotion of, uh, let's say, bad nutrition, feeding the body with synthetics, with an overload of sugar and fats, and which is actually easy to do, because what I do is actually getting the cravings to synthetic food, to food that is not good for your body, that to cut those cravings down to a level like that you would reject it. And that's the way to do it. So your taste pebbles on your tongue would not crave it anymore. And that is termed ease and grace. Nobody actually should go through a difficult time, really, Once we understand that, then we understand that the 12 meridians connected to the stomach, the liver, um, we have the large and small intestinal tract that is very important to clear once a week at least, or to go through a fasting process of 7 days. Eventually, when you can fast for 1 day, then after many months you may try to fast for 2 days and so on. So it's all an exercise in progress, because when the gallbladder is suppressed, the spleen is suppressed, and we suppress the meridian flow, the chi, the energy that we have from being downloaded on the planet. We have an original energy, but we also have been blocked from that original energy, and so we need to live on the stock of energy, or what is left in the body. And so we can elevate ourselves back into the origin, in which you crave or need only a few hours sleep. You can lift your vibration so much that you forget about the old ways of being. So because when all the major 5 elements in the body are being repaired, then we have also a very dominant level. Uh, let's say if you're born Gemini, that is mostly connected to the air in the body, the lungs, the heart, circulation of air, your capacity to breathing many miles in circumference, or just 1 meter, or just being out of the breath all of the time. So there's huge differences to take into account, to learn about, which we can all do. And that is also very, very interesting. So stimulating acupuncture points doesn't need to be done with needles and pins anymore. Because can you imagine a monster or an angel putting pins and needle in your body to assist the healing out of these acupuncture points that are connected to the meridians, because the meridians make up the body. So that is more or less the origin created by your DNA. And so we can create an airflow with the exactitude of components in that air that moves it through the crystalline grid, and that create waves. And once we open the flow of waves to the breathing system, the lungs, the heart, they affect the blood circulation. The blood circulation will defeat synthetic fooding, and so you get a lot more flow in the circulation and the body. Another thing is, when your nutrition has a lot of elements that are lacking, let's say you don't have enough zinc, enough iron, enough calcium, or whatever it is, and that changes also for people already living or upgrading into their origin with light, and transforming, transmuting, transcending the body back into light particles, that is the origin from carbon into light. They experience, we need other nutrients than a body that doesn't do that. So less protein is needed, and a lot more potassium and other things that change all of the time. But then again, everybody on the same platform, we need to know that that can create stress, it can create depression, it can create cravings we usually don't have. So a whole bunch of things that are very important, because the air sacs in the body that carries rich oxygen to the blood also assists the digestive system. And when there's not enough iron in the blood, and iron can be so off when being taken from animal products, because we're healing the planet, and so animals are grazing in synthetics due to everything that is being sprayed on the grass, on our food, as yeah, an industry of manipulation, as we know, then it affects your blood circulation, and that can really get off and create rashes in the body. It can create inflammation. It can create many diseases. So also it can dry out the body. So I will address what you could take as a replacement to really quickly restore your energy. And that is very interesting, because I've been working with it, investigating it with essentially algae. So every sea component, sea element through the oceans is very important, and it's like they carry many of the original compositions in the sea that feeds the body. So also, if you already got your skin breathing through the water, it can take up elements like that. Certain fish do that already. So like, it's important to know how the breathing system works. I have another video about that, the respiratory system, and how to breathe properly. If you want to have a quick look at that, it's a short one. So let's say that the body is very smart, and it can lay down a network of many roads. Either way, your highways are blocked, or the capillaries shove and pulse blood all the way to the body, creates a healthy skin, creates a healthy mentality, a healthy psychology. It's very effective. And so yeah, it will heal your body in no time. When that is being repaired, then everything else can repair in a short amount of time, with the proper direction and with the will to do it. And if you think like this is all too much, wait till the end. I'll have here some supplies that can assist you quite quickly. Even if you think your lungs are off, and you don't know how to heal your lungs, your heart circulation, that is actually a movement or a removal of all the blockages through the spinal column. And when the spinal column is open to breathing air, you can breathe air in every single cell or malfunctioning in the body. For example, if you have slimes in the throat, you breathe in and you bring your air till you feel it here. And that goes very quickly. So everything, needs to work in harmony and balance, because we know that there is so much that can create off factors, limited factors in the body. And so we change our mentality. Well, we don't even want that, but that is what it does to the body. So here I have two important, easy assistance from the sea that you can start taking today. And yeah, actually pull away the malfunctioning. And that is a very important nutrient, and that is, most may know this, but not how to apply it. That is termed chlorella. Chlorella, this is the powder. We also have this in supplements, actually. So chlorella is very important, as well as spirulina. So if you would think chlorella, that is essential nutrients that gives vitamins, minerals, fibers, proteins, antioxidants, and many more to the body, essentially where the blood flow has blocked the oxygen, because it has vitamin B12. So that is actually, if we take like 2 spoons of chlorella every day, that would cover 250% of your vitamin B12 in the body, which is also responsible for your happy vibration. It will cover 60% of vitamin A, but especially it covers 70% of your daily need for, most important item, iron. Iron. If we don't have iron, that makes the blood flow or clog. So iron is very important. So this chlorella, I think that's really a booster of energy. We can take that in just a juice. If you start off your day from tomorrow on with starting your day with a juice that contains 1 kilogram of apples, carrots, 2 apples, then we have a huge piece of ginger, and you can add 1 kiwi and 2 big lemons, and you juice that. You may have 1 liter of it, and in your first glass you put 1 teaspoon of chlorella in, and start drinking that. At lunchtime the same, at night the same, 3 times a day. Then you will feel within a few hours a huge change in your metabolism, a huge change in the intestinal tract, a huge change in consciousness, because you release that heavy weight that keeps your brain clogged, that keeps actually everything so clogged. And so you can get the max of oxygen, because it opens up a huge volume of vitamin B2 and B12, many other vitamins and minerals, also very important, but those actually support the blood circulation and start to detox the body. And so it previously chlorella has been indicated as to improve high intensity training and performance, because it moves through the hemoglobin, and so it contains a high levels of iron. It is highly alkaline, and it helps restore the blood circulation to carry more and more oxygen to all of your organs, and because it carries a high level chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is very important. It's photosynthesis, because it lives on sunlight. So even if we don't have enough sunlight at times, that is what it does. It brings through more and more levels of sun, and thus the vital vitamins B2, B12, and iron in the body. So another composition is that one, that is spirulina. It's the green color is a bit darker here, and this green color of chlorella is like mossy green. You see the difference a bit? So mossy green and very dark green. So as chlorella assists and pushes the oxygen flow, clears the blood, clears out many toxins in the body, heavy metals, and much more. You may start to lose weight with it. Don't overdo it. Always keep the balance. So no more than a teaspoon 3 times a day would be absolutely great. If you take more, it cannot particularly harm the body, but you may get a headache, or like the toxins come out too quickly, and that's no good as either. So I would suggest this 3 times a day, a teaspoon. And so the other one, spirulina, that actually assists the transportation of oxygen, while the other one, the chlorella, opens the flow of oxygen. So both work in a great coordination to the body, and helps to restore the high level chlorophyll. So let's say spirulina essentially contains a source of vitamin B and tryptophan, both of which help to boost the serotonin levels and other neurotransmitters in the body, because neurotransmitters actually play, as that fires through the body, play a major role in shaping your life. Like it gets more, your nervous system gets a lot more balanced, and so we can reverse mood imbalances, like feeling irritated, having anxiety and stress, and both together also have the capacity to eliminate the element fear, being fearful for the smallest thing, and that works very, very great. Many studies have been done about it, and it absolutely boosts many critical minerals in the body, like also the element boron, BORON, and so that is a true booster for brain power. For when you don't have brain power, you don't have passion, you don't have purpose. Everything in your life seems to be out. You need that passion, that purpose, that daily inspiration to get you going. So spirulina is very, very great because it's also a great source for omega-3 and fatty acids, and so it opens up actually many molecules in the body to improve your memory and stabilize your mood swings. So it's really a true powerhouse. So it has a very high concentration also, which is very important, of protein. And so it like 3 spoons actually has a protein of serving a steak. So hopefully it also assists you to get out of the synthetics of animal food and assist the restoration of the earth with it. So on the other side, it is also great for suppressing your appetite if you have problem with that. And yeah, it's like it feels like a snack and is great to apply before and after workout. And one major sign actually um, of nutrient deficiency is fatigue. So you will see a lot of help there. It will also help you sleep, because that the spirulina one also has a lot of vitamin B6 that we don't find in chlorella. So, and that will assist our immune system to really grow and get out the heavy metals and toxins of medication as well. Or if you have been living on unhealthy foods, that will assist you grow very, very quickly. And then it's just a matter um, of taking inventory of your breathing system. If you know your breathing system is completely off, even though you start to repair it with these simple examples, and juicing your day through, and at least taking 3 spoons of each, 3 small spoons of each, 3 times a day, and you think that major ailments have accumulated in your lungs, your heart circulation, and in your brain, because the brain circulation is very important, especially when we block the throat from speaking out, our throat from speaking out to friends, from speaking out as we really feel. then it can also cut out your natural flow and intake of natural air. Because if we move into living in on light, which is this age actually, we can all do small or larger things. So I'm a lung specialist, moving that out of the lungs, offering you the light breathing system if you want to do that, or if you that would take 3 sessions in a row with an interval, but you will feel like phew, everything opens up in the body. So it's very intense. But I also offer courses if you want to go, into a transition with your life. We're going to start taking the medication from meditation, which is the only way to go, because soon enough, none of the medication will work in the body. That is because of the earth changing and moving back into its origin, ascending through the universe. So it doesn't take the malfunctioning, um, the contamination of the earth, which we have been doing. So, and a lot of things will happen there. But if you want to move into, how to set up a space in meditation, how to clear out all of your organs, not only the lungs, and to truly eventually become an eternal healing, because you all are an eternal being. That is, I have 2 courses here that move in the eternal healer or immediately into the alchemy, in which you can become a healer for people, for the hood, for animals, for whatever you fancy. And so educate whatever you learn through it, because it's a huge course I've been elaborating on for 25 years and bringing everything together, as I have so many results with it and people moving very, very fast now. So that is an option for those interested. Other than that, I would definitely suggest start out with that juice and both chlorella and spirulina. I'm not so fond of the tablets. You can have these in tablets as well. As I feel for myself, I find them quite heavy on the stomach. So with the powder, you don't feel it. They flow with the juices very, very easily. So they're not processed too much. And also, if you know, like you suffer from overweight, obesity, fear, many, many things, here I have a free night meditation with which you can fall asleep, to restructure, to blow out trauma. Because all these factors are the lack of oxygen in the body that creates many diseases, maybe due to traumatic experiences. And so you can start clearing our lungs a little bit and start working with a code, and that is for free. The link is down in the description, so you can start experiencing something that passes throughout the night. And if working really deep with it, it's very interesting to move with that, as well as releasing fear. Or if you have any questions, just let me know what interests you most, and we will definitely address it. So I hope that was of some interest to you, so you can address small things, start trying them out. They will never harm you, but it is essential actually that we add some sort of a healthier diet. And the more we replace dense, very heavy foods with light foods, and lots of raw foods, and listening to what our body needs, then the cravings to sugars and heavy fats and metals in the synthetics foods and animal products will release the body, which result actually to releasing the old heavy weight. And so everybody's DNA is definitely different. So take that into account. So also do individual consult sessions in which I can address what is most important for you, what can you work upon, what is, you know, blocking you most, because I see the body like inside out in transparency. I've worked upon that for many years, like these Röntgen photos we take in hospitals. So, and I can see the flow where it clogs, where is the mentality, where is the psychology, what is, you know, dragging you down the most, how come, how can we heal that in a quick amount of time, what are you prepared for, and we adapt to what you are prepared for to do. So there's many ways, it's just not one way, and everybody is so unique, so individual, so love yourself for what you are, what you have become. And when we start from that platform on, we can just achieve anything. Believe and you will achieve. Thank you so much for being with me, sharing and connecting to my channel. Thank you so much, and we'll see us in the next video. Thank you.